I'm here at Taylormade. This is a big blue and yellow tour bus. Taylormade, experience your drives in 10K. Obviously, huge story this year with the H.I.T, all about forgiveness. This is the back of it as well. You've got the balls. Leave no doubt whose ball outdrove everyone's. A little private license plate there as well. It's very smart. Again, it's massive. It's absolutely huge. This, just to give a bit of context, these are all the tour trucks down here, and then quite literally that's the driving range there. So that entrance here is where the players go in. So it's super, super, super close. And then let's head inside. We're meeting with Adrian, who fits quite literally the best golfers in the world. Let's see what interesting things he can show us. It's all very much on brand, as you can see. Oh, this is smart. He's hard at work. Adrian.
Hello, Rick.
Pal. Good to see you, mate.
Fine, thank you, mate.
Everything good?
Yeah, great, thank you.
This is really smart. I have once upon a time been on this tour truck, but everything looks a little bit different. Has it been modernised recently?
Well, every year we kind of put a little bit of money into the maintenance and the operations of it. It does a lot of weeks, so the wear and tear on the truck is, it's pretty high. So a nice lick of paint to, the rebranding on the outside. Everybody thinks it's a new truck, which we are getting. But yeah, it's something we're very proud of, mate.
My audience are going to want to see lots of cool things, lots of interesting things. Okay. I'm just telling them, you quite literally fit the best golfers on the planet. You are the fitter for Rory, right?
Yes, sir.
Tiger? Definitely
in the circle.
Tommy?
100%.
One of your key players, and obviously everyone loves Tommy. Anyone else in particular?
Well, you got Scotty. He's done all right this
year.
No,
Scotty Scheffler, though. Yeah, I forgot about that fella.
Holland, yeah. And really, I'm one of a team of people that are very, very much behind all these players, and we look after the equipment week in, week out. PGA Tour, DP World Tour. Whatever they need. Sometimes they need something small. Sometimes it's a whole overall of a bag. But we're, you look how prepared we are with all the parts and equipment.
I did a podcast a couple of years ago with Tommy.
Yeah.
And he really made me understand why it's important for a player to be with a manufacturer. Because he was talking about you in particular. He described it as almost like you're the mechanic and he's the F1 driver.
Yes.
But you're the mechanic.
Yes.
Like you get everything ready for him. Is making sure that every single bit of his equipment is absolutely dialed in for his best performance.
100%. I mean, he is an absolute student of the game. We're coming from every category, from putter to golf ball, all the way through, and he honestly sees that piece of the puzzle as something which is a big part of what gets him over the line and performing at the highest level.
We all just want him to win a major, right?
I mean, he's my best friend, mate. He's so badly want him to win a major. It's come to that, through trust and through working together, and whether it be in Dubai, America, Britain, he is, Yeah, it's great. And that goes for all the guys, really.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
You must get very emotionally involved in it as well.
Yeah, especially with the way it's covered these days, right? So you're at the tournament. We're very much part of the preparation. So, for example, this week, Sunday's a working day. We're all day Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tournament starts on Thursday. But when you go home, you can watch every shot on TV, right? So you got, and we're lucky enough that our players are 99% of the time in the feature groups, in the final group, so we live and die this with them, for sure.
When do you have days off?
We like golf, so if you're doing what you love, you're not working, are you?
That is very true. Right, show us some cool things, Adrian.
Some cool things.
What should we see?
So truck's been on site since the weekend. I mean, this is basically our workspace here. You got everything from your classic loft and lies to wood bending, to that's a Dela Cruz wood measuring. I thought maybe
I mean, this certainly catches my attention here, Adrian. We've got, obviously, is that a new? No, it's not a new piece of the 90, is it? But that's new.
This is new.
That's new.
This is new.
That's new.
These are that's a new iron that we're just kind of launching now. These are all fresh products here.
It feels like they've been placed there just for this video.
Well, not necessarily for the video, but we got to show players what we got as well, right? So it's an operation of telling them and helping them understand, you know, the difference in size and what they like versus each other. But you know, this is the Open Championship. As much as you can prepare for a golf tournament, it's amazing how on the week of the tournament, the players come rushing in. I need a 2-iron, right? I need, you know, this 5-wood's no good. This 7-wood's no good. You just come from America, and we've been relentlessly building and getting, you know, Tiger had, you know, he's got a 3-iron, which is the one that he hits off the tee, and he was like, you know, we need a degree off of this. We did some testing on the course with it. You know, we're not necessarily building up new product, but we're also tweaking current product, right? So there's a big mix of that. When you look at these, I mean,
sorry, just a quick one. Are players like me there? Like, I've seen images of these on social media. The players would they have seen some of this on social media and go, "Oh, I've seen that on, you know, such an Instagram page, etc."
So when you look at this, I'll explain to you, you know, this is a big cliche in golf, right? The club that says Proto on it, right?
Yeah, but there's something mysterious about it.
Yeah, something mysterious about it. But not so long ago, this had Proto written on it too.
Right, yeah.
Right, so when you look at, when we were going through Wells Fargo and that stretch of elevated events into the majors, we were trying to, it's kind of, Proto kind of means the final stages before, do you tweak or not? So you get players' feedback at the height of competition, and you act on it, right? So for example, this one's done amazing. So this one had done amazing. So now we're ready, right? There's no tweaks to the product. We can put the badge on it. We're ready to go. Colin's playing a full set of these from last week. If you remember that famous story of him switching irons on the week of the Open Championship when he won. So we arrived in Scotland. He was ready for that. We had the. I'll even show you. Come on over here.
I'm coming.
It's an interesting story. You like, you know, we turned up. You'll see a lot of Morikawa in here, right? So we turned up prepared for him, ready.
Is he a tweaker?
He's just not scared to find performance and use it. He believes in himself.
What a political answer that was.
But honestly, mate, we turned up with the MCs ready to take the 730s out of the bag, put the MCs in, which is what he does when he hits links. We get to Wednesday, you know, he sees the irons. He's playing a 4-iron already, the Proto 4-iron, and we're talking about turf interaction, and it's the time to test those CBs. Whereas the Open isn't the time to test those CBs. Tested on Wednesday afternoon, went in the bag. He nearly won last week, remember? So that's a good sign of someone who's going to stick with what he's got, and that's where we're at with him, right? So he's actually pretty settled this week. He was looking for a 3-iron that had a little bit more kind of hotness to it. Yeah. We call it like pop, you know. Yeah. You kind of want, and this course screams out kind of that kind of hot, low spinning.
There's a lot of irons off the tee.
Absolutely, right.
And actually, a lot of the par 3s are quite long.
So we built him one of those to start, and then we actually moved him to one of those because he wanted a little bit more height without putting loft on the club, so that it held the spin. So you know, he's going. That's in the bag for Colin this week. He's going to hit that. You know, you look at that is, you know, Rory's testing it. You've got, you know, Tommy's got one of those in a 3-iron. So we're really, you know, we've built a set. Let's have a look at some orders here, mate. We might as well. This is like a live show.
I love this. This is honestly, this.
I mean, yeah, this is what you're after, right? So there we go. There's a 2-iron for Tyrrell Hatton. There's this is interesting. Wyndham Clark plays our 3-wood. So he wanted the exact same 3-wood that he has, except the face angle. He needs the face angle a little more open. So we've taken a 16.5 head, bent it down to 13. That opens the club face. Yeah. Boom. There's Colin's 772 iron. Scotty Scheffler every week, mate. Yeah, you go. Lofts and lies. Change my bag.
Every week. He hasn't checked.
He hasn't checked. You know. So you got me who checks them. You've got if I see something. Then you've got Teddy, his caddy. If he sees anything, he'll tell you to check them. And then you've got Scotty, who same thing. So between the three of us, we always seem to be checking something every week.
That's
And when
pretty
we
cool.
got, I mean, the good thing about a major, so you see how we have these fancy, you know, major bags, right? And every manufacturer seems to be doing that now. The best thing about Scotty is I have to change his bag over, which means I can get his bag over here, I can check his lofts and lies at the same time. It's like a very efficient way of doing it.
You find any old bananas or chocolate bars that have melted?
I've got this process. You literally go pocket by pocket. You know, there was one time, I think it was at the Masters, I forgot, he's got these little like washers, or that he throws around on the putting green, and then he creates like unique putts.
Right.
And I forgot the washers in his old bag.
You have to go and get
But I didn't know that he kept these washers. So his coach is like saying, no, we're looking for washers. And I'm like, what are you looking for?
You mean like regular washers?
Yeah, from a nuts and bolt, yeah. So they all keep unique things in their bag, but that's a cool story. But, you know, there's Rory. Rory wanted a new 6-iron. He was just, everything's good. He was just having, he wanted us to check the loft and lie on his 6-iron.
They're the lofts and lies for Scotty.
There you go, buddy. It's a nice Rory build there for that. Here we go. There's 2 drivers for Tiger. Again,
Two drivers.
I think this is more for him to kind of take away. You know, he only plays very, you know, so we don't, you know, when you talk about at an event, and you know, it's a different conditions. The air's heavy, so I think this is just something for him to take away. What else we got here?
Quite like how you just call these ones TW.
Yeah, he's our mate, isn't he?
Do you know
He's
what I
the
mean?
buddy.
It's not
part of the family,
mate.
right?
Part
Part of the family.
How many times do you reckon
Heavily
you
ingrained.
fist pumped him or shook his hand? Too many times?
He smacked me on the chest this week.
Did it?
Nice job, he said.
That's
good, yeah.
You don't
I
need to
touched
be paid
Tiger
this
Woods.
week. He touched you. He slapped
So there
you.
you got a mini driver for DJ. Again, mini drivers will relish themselves around you. You can turn them over. They got a little more loft in them. So those kind of cross winds where you really want to try and hold the wind.
Mini driver's been popular?
Very, very. I'd say over the last 6-8 months, you know, even if you get one in a month, that's another 10 in. You know, they just constantly seem to be going in and sticking. Great piece of kit. Have you hit it?
I have.
Well, come on. You get it.
It's
Don't be
okay.
greedy. It's okay.
I think Taylormade have got stuck a little bit in between. It's not a mini driver, it's not a big 3-wood. I think you could make a better mini driver.
I think it's a big 3-wood.
Yeah, see.
Which I like, because that means you can hit it off the deck and the tee.
I'm not quite sure on the old school look of it. I know it's a style.
Come on, Rick.
No,
you haven't
I'm
been
not
fitted
sure.
by me yet. Come on.
The only thing I do like about it is the party trick with the head cover.
Yeah,
which I
pretty
showed
cool.
Tommy. That was
Pretty cool. So there's a set of CVs. So again, DJ. Also, we don't, you know, DJ plays on Live. So you know, our tour truck's been on PGA Tour and over here.
I guess you don't see those guys.
It's nice to see DJ when he comes in here, because he's such an equipment like enthusiast.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, well, what do you know? He had 2 or 3 putters there. He returned 2. He's got the one. We've built him up a set of these CBs in his spec. A beautiful spec, really. To be honest, he's played this spec for, you know, probably 15 to 18 of his 20 wins, you know, out there on the PGA Tour, 20 plus wins, I guess.
I'm pretty standard 34-degree loft with a 7-iron, like pretty standard loft.
Pretty standard, but this is in the CB, so in the blades he plays like 47, 43. So he you know, he likes to use what the loft on the head comes in, right? Sam Horsfield. I mean, it's amazing how many
who's who?
Yeah, Brooks Koepka, so Gordon Sargent. It's amazing how many like non-contracted guys are out here. But again, this is what a tour event's about, right? And this is what happens behind the scenes at these events. You know, these guys are relentlessly looking for that edge. They see somebody using this. You know, Bob Mack won with that Spider last week. So, you know, you look at that bag of Spider putters. I'm not even joking. At the beginning of the week, you couldn't fit another putter in here. I mean, it's scarce.
Well, Scotty's had a lot of influence on that as well, hasn't he?
Oh yeah.
Who fitted Scotty for the putter? Was that your responsibility?
Our team, me working with our team in house. I mean, we sent him a lot of putters, Rick. A lot of putters. You know, in different necks and different face inserts. You know, I think what really kind of moved the needle for him was the forgiveness of the putter. You know, from the pure roll insert to the true path. I mean, the proof's in the pudding, right? He's what a player. I'll give you a little. Hey, let me give you some.
I got a bit distracted.
Let me show you something cool here, right? So this is
Tiger's driver for Brooks, a 3-iron or 3-iron for DJ.
I'm just going to put these back there. I want to show you something cool over here, actually.
So you're getting into it.
Oh mate, this is fun.
Bag full of teas.
This is fun. Some snacks. Snacks from Japan. Japanese reps bring us over. They always bring us a little treat.
That's a what? A peach Kit Kat?
Kit Kat, yeah.
Oh, please let me have a. Can I have a finger of that?
Of course you can, mate.
Please.
Well, we're having like a little break now, a little snack break. I'm surprised you don't ask him for a cup of tea.
Well,
look at that.
Another tour truck did make me a cup of coffee, I'll be honest with you.
Wow, that's because they got nothing to do.
Oh.
Go on, mate. There you go.
So this is...
Yeah, cheers. Brilliant.
Oh, that's interesting taste. Peach Kit Kat.
What do you give it a mark out of 10?
I'm glad I've tried it.
I'm going like maybe 6.
I'm glad I've tried it and I don't need to try it again.
I'm going to put this other half back.
Wow, you didn't even get to the finish the half.
Oh, it's rich.
It is.
It's rich.
Just before you do show me that cool thing, this is a really smart section of the tour truck.
The balls in the end.
All the Polaroids.
Yeah.
Different players, nice messages. Rory's dog head covers got on there as well.
So, very cool bag here. What it looks like is just a bunch of putters with players' names on, right?
Yeah.
What this is actually, take DJ out of there, this is all our players that are in the Olympics.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we, you know, we'll be there. We'll be there to support our players, and you know
the tour truck's not going, is it?
It is, yes.
It's going to the Olympics.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. But we, you know, the thing here is like in America, you can act on a quick conversation, you know, and all of a sudden in 24 hours you can get something delivered in spec, FedEx overnight. You know, when you're in Europe and you're working around all these different regions and countries.
Challenging.
You know, it's challenging, so you've got to prepare. You've got to prepare ahead of time. And if you look at like that top row on that shaft rack, you see all the players' names there. That's backup shafts for every single one of our guys.
Wow.
You then move into this, you know, and
these backup putters.
And I tell you what, these are all custom putters from Scotty Scheffler.
Well, let's have a look.
Yeah, go on. There you go.
So this is a backup putter for Scotty.
You know, to the putter that, you know, J Day was #1 in the world with and still uses.
Scotty doesn't have the line on his, does he?
He does. Yeah.
He does have a line.
Yeah. That is a. I mean, you couldn't get a putter more aligned with what you can buy in the shop than Scotty Scheffler's putter.
Maybe the pro only grip.
Yeah. That's
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's got to be cool. Yeah.
You have some, standout feature is the #1 player in the world. You can't just buy.
Yeah, and when you even when you go down to like our girls and stuff, they all have real custom sponsors headwear. So we really have to. You can't really send the generic stuff and make sure and have a lot of it. It's all specific to those players.
You've got like the picks for Tommy.
I'm not sure you can see that.
Oh, what's that?
Oh.
What have I just shown?
Well, it's something that's...
Everything's in public domain.
So we're testing these, and you can expect these to show up, both on tour and
for review.
What
is it?
We're calling it Clear Stripe. First performance TP5X full golf ball with.
That's actually really nice.
How
that is actually really nice. Isn't it?
You wouldn't believe how close, you know, obviously these players test relentlessly in terms of, you know, if something's going to go in play or not, but you can't believe how close this is to going in play with potentially 2 of our guys.
The only thing with Stripe, and I said it in the review, I hate it when it lands on the fairway or in the rough and it's all a bit disjointed. Visually for me, I find it a little bit more challenging. I'm not saying that everyone does, but a bit
so
more
like imagine you could switch ball from when you mark your ball on the green and then all of a sudden you pull it out.
But for putting off the tee, it's brilliant.
It's I mean, you know, most of the thing what I like about it is, you know, you normally get these things in kind of your distance balls or your spin balls, but you know, to get it in a performance ball for us to do that, that's the famous Tiger story with the tees, right?
So this is a bag of Tiger tees with little stripes on. Come on, what's the story while I just show off? Oh, Frank here. I mean, this might be the biggest celebrity I've had on the channel.
Yeah, he does. He gets a lot of airtime.
He really does. He's
So what's so cool about this is, look, there we go, there's the small tee. So Tiger only uses short tees.
That's the tee he uses in regulation play. That size.
Yeah.
So it's hard to give context on this video, but that is honestly a much smaller tee.
It's a little tiny tee. Yeah. So there's a video that went viral about Tiger asking us for tees at an Open Championship, and we didn't have any, and we ended off grinding down 100 tees, 100 big tees.
Well, that's a normal size.
That's a normal size. So we had a conveyor belt of operation going here to make him 100 tees, from that to that. Nailed it.
Will he miss one?
He won't miss one. You can have that one.
Thank you.
You can have that one. That's just for you.
I appreciate it.
Well, that's cool. I'm actually glad I showed you those strap balls, because it's like literally, literally these got delivered literally yesterday.
A ridiculous
so
stable. DJ, Rory, Tiger, Morikawa, Scheffler, Tommy, and then a load more players as well included.
Yeah, I mean, and it's,
obviously, like,
you know, you kind
of having an incredible season. Charlie Hull, fan favourite.
Very good.
And you get the couple of days with them each year, and you do all the content, which is always really cool.
Yeah, great.
I think a lot of brands really a lot of fans really enjoy that content.
Yeah, and we kind of get, and it's good for the players as well, because we're getting content there for a season, right? For a whole year, and you know they put in a lot of time, these players, in those 2 days. I mean, we're talking sunrise to sunset. You know, we get
tight itinerary as well.
Tens of hours of footage, and then that's their service time, right?
Yeah.
So when they get to a tournament, they're able to just focus on the task at hand, because the performance that drives the content, right? So you look at Nelly and Raw. I mean, who's won this year, right?
Haven't they all?
Yeah, I mean, he's won. Scotty's won a bunch. Tommy won in Dubai. Kate has won. I mean, we're doing
nearly quarter a lot.
Nearly quarter a lot. Okay, pretty happy, mate.
Can we have a little sneak in this section?
Of course, yeah, go for it.
It's a back office.
Nice little office where all the kind of deals are done. This is a graph of my existence, that signatures.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. We kind of negotiate. At the moment, me and Scotty Scheffler negotiate how much time he will give me to sign, because if he signed everything I was asked to get him to sign, it would take forever. So he can do about 20 flags in 3.5 minutes, I've worked out.
Is that right?
Yeah, so if we negotiate that.
So this is where all the big money deals take place.
Yeah, I mean, and at majors specifically, you got you like to do a little catch up.
Why are these on here?
Tommy bought them online. He wants us to get him to his spec, so he can.
Tommy does.
So he can. He wants to see the difference between the latest and greatest.
He loves his equipment now.
I'm telling you, a student of the game, mate, and he's very, very far from reaching his potential.
He's going to kill it. I don't want to take up too much more time. Any last things that you want to show me? It's really cool.
I think we're pretty good, man. We're pretty good, I mean,
you've done a great job. We've seen inside draws. And I think this was really, really interesting. I love all.
Yeah, I love that, man. I mean, if you want to,
you've come at it more from a fitting standpoint. Which
Rio with that,
and
Aaron Rye,
will love that as well.
And a real like mix of players, from in the field, and a real mix of categories of equipment where people are thinking that we have an opportunity to help them.
Adrian,
mate,
superstar.
Always
Thanks
a pleasure.
For half the pink Kit Kat. Thanks for the Tiger tee. Good luck this week. And thanks for showing us around the Taylormade tour truck.
You're welcome. Thanks for what you do, bud.
Keep killing it,
Cheers,
pal.
Rick.